I'm Duncan Foster from Duncan Foster Architects, and this is Hidden House in Abingdon Hammer in the Surrey Hills. This house replaces a 1960s house, bungalow, on the site, and as it's located in Greenbelt, we were restricted in terms of how much bigger the house could be. The house has been designed as an upside-down house with the master bedroom, living and snug area on the upper ground entrance level, and then the guest bedrooms and accommodation dug into the ground at lower level. The view was the key element to incorporate into the design. And we were fortunate in that the site faces north, so we weren't really limited in how much glazing we could have on the north elevation. Whereas on the south, we were a bit more restricted to obviously reduce overheating. The entrance level has been designed obviously with views from every part of the house inside. And then the glazing on the south has been carefully positioned so that when you're on the terrace on the southern side, you still get the benefit of the view from looking through the house to the view beyond. We then introduced corner glazing because it just helps maximise the lateral views. So that when you're in a room, you've not just got the view to the horizon out there, you gain the benefit of all the landscaping behind more than 180 degrees. In terms of planning, we were quite restricted in terms of volume, and volume also included things like roof overhangs and outside decking, balconies. So the idea with this is rather than use up some of that volume to create an outside balcony, we took the view that if we actually made the glazing and the balustrading becomes part, so the room becomes part of the balcony, as it were. So you're basically sitting in the room, but with the glazing open, it's like you're on a balcony without having to use the volume of a balcony in terms of planning. From experience, I knew roughly the sort of parameters to work with within the glazing. And we tendered the glazing package to 3 companies, and were most impressed with ID, which was the technical approach, which balanced aesthetics with the actual function. We're a very exposed site here, so we obviously wanted the thinnest frame possible, but we were sort of governed by the exposure. And what's nice about the ID system is it's got a very slim vertical profile, but the depth isn't as deep as others. So we sort of got the best of both worlds here. We've got a robust product, which is slim to look through. One important view from the house was on arrival. We're obviously limited to bulk above ground level, and quite dominant form when you enter into the site is the roof form. And the idea with the varying angles and shapes of the roof was that it sort of picks up on the different angles of the horizon and the scene, the landscape beyond. The entrance level is split into 3 volumes. You've got the master suite, you've got the main kitchen, living, dining suite, and then you've got the snug TV room. So those 3 zones were split. So we've got a glazed link which sort of differentiates between the living volume and the snug volume. And then we've got the entrance stairwell with picture window, which breaks up the volume between the kitchen, living, dining and the master bedroom. The general rule I always think with glazing is the more you can get wrapped up in one contract, the better. Because there's one point of contact for the client, one point of contact for me and one point of contact for the contractor and his programming. So it was really critical that all the different glazing systems we wanted in here, including the glass roof, the fixed glazing, the sliding windows, the tilt and turn windows could all be supplied and installed by one manufacturer. So one was responsible for the whole package, basically. We're very happy with the house. The client is as well. The feedback's been very positive living here. It's a very comfortable, relaxing place to live. Very quiet place to live. And obviously the glazing plays a massive part in that. I think the glazing just enables the design to come alive.